Okay. There we go. Yo, 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 yo. Let me know if you lot can hear me. We are back. I was a little bit of technical difficulties. We will get them all together eventually. You know what I mean? Eventually we will get it all together. What's going on, famalam? Talk to man, talk to me. Wagwan, Bando. Let me welcome everyone to the room. Wagwan, Bando, it's all love every time. There's a couple of things that we are going to go over today. But first of all, let's start off with how is your morning? How are you lot doing? It is a beautiful day. I have had my coffee. I have had my mild. And I am ready to get into these topics. Now, I want you lot to bear in mind that when I actually put these topics up, why is my logo not showing? That's strange. And then neither one of them are showing either. Oh, you know why? I know why. Here's why. Let me show you how clever I am. Yeah. So, how's your day going? How's your morning going? You know, how's the family and the kids at school? Mine are. All right, well, let's get into what we got. A couple of subjects, 9 different topics that I want to talk about today, and I've made sure not to label them because I want them to all be surprises. Obviously I've picked them, but I've not looked into them all. I am your guy, Butters Beauty. You are locked into another live episode of Brit in the Bando. I hope this isn't too loud. There we go. There we go. Now, the reason we had a late start to the show is because we had a call in. One of the famalams is not with us right now. Unfortunately, he is locked up. Man was trying to get it on the road. And unfortunately, sometimes when you take it to the road, things don't work out the best way. So we're sending our love, you know what I'm saying, to my famalam, and I will air the interview because he did ask me how things were going, and I told him we'd made it to 600 subs and on our way to 7. I told him you lot were loving what was going on, and I told him we were both teaching each other. I was teaching you lot about what I know about music, and you lot are teaching me about what you know about music. There's a lot of artists I would have never ran into had it not been for the Bando and the famalam. Now, enough talking. Let's get into the show. First of all, now this is epic, right? First of all, we have man like Pusha T. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was a joke thing. I'm like, they had him dressed up in a McDonald's get up, which was fucking hilarious. The internet never loses. The internet never loses. The internet is 1,000,000,000. So I thought this was quite funny at first, but then I thought about exactly what was happening. Now, Pusha T is said to have created the slogan, "I'm loving it." And with that being said, I probably will be kind of pissed too, because it looks like they've muscled man out of his money for that. If that must be worth at least 1 billion. That slogan, you know, da 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 da, I'm loving it. It's not played internationally. I don't think that's the McDonald's theme music in London. Anyone from ends, let me know if I'm loving it is the theme music for McDonald's. I'm not sure, but still, nevertheless, it is the theme music for McDonald's here, and it is worth a lot of money. And apparently, he hasn't been given a penny for it. So he has taken to defend his newfound friends in this fast food industry, and that is Arby's. Now, I don't know if you lot have heard this. I'm not going to play it now. I might react to it because it's quite kind of fire. But I don't know if you've heard this diss track for McDonald's, but it's kind of dope. And this is monumental for hip hop. Take away the humor side and just look at this. Pusha T is going to war with McDonald's, and he's being backed by Arby's. Do I think Arby's can beat McDonald's? But it is a firefight, and it is a huge accomplishment for hip hop. This is saying a lot. Like back in the day when hip hop first started on milk crates in the Bronx that a bunch of poverty driven kids had putting together or were putting together, no one would ever think that it would produce the likes of people that could challenge an entity like McDonald's. So large up Pusha T, you know what I mean? I hope he gets his money, because if he did make I'm loving it, and I'm going to go with the fact that I believe he did. That is a piss take. So moving on. Man like Pusha is at war with McDonald's. I hope he wins his war. Megan Thee Stallion. What is Megan saying? I can barely see this. Okay, this is more of a shout out to man like Tom McDonald, right? Let me make that a bit smaller. Yeah, this is more of a shout out to man like Tom McDonald, right? And I have seen that a lot of Tom McDonald's fans on the page, right, agree with the whole let's go major, it's all about the record companies. But it's this kind of behavior here. The woman is complaining about being paid. How much millions is she worth? What has she done for the industry? She's done her thing. She's put what does she call them? She put the boat on the map. She put rowing the boat on the map, or pouring a boat, or whatever the case may be. And she's given girls girl power. That's what Megan Thee Stallion stands for. But all of that counts for nothing when it comes time to get paid and you have to worry about your check. So when I hear artists like Tom McDonald saying, we want to sit at the cool table, what has the cool table got to offer? This, my friend, is what the cool table has to offer. A bunch of fuckery. Walk on, say hello, man. State your name, state where you're coming from. Hit like, subscribe, show the fam love. Yes. So Army, respect. I appreciate you, brother. Good to see you, my G. Good to see ya. I'm gonna type 2. Good to see you. Welcome. We just started going live. This is something new that we're doing. I'm thinking about doing it twice a day. I definitely want to rock with the morning crew. This be our little morning show. Hang on a minute. So let's get back to the show. I had to shout out the famalam, you know what I'm saying? Because they're creeping in here minute by minute. So yeah, that is what I would say. I was saying that I thought it's a bad idea for Tom to be trying to get into bed with the majors, because this is what you have to look forward to when you get in bed with the majors. They are going to stiff you. Let me give you an example, right? A major record company will give you a budget for an album, right? And they'll say to you, okay, here's 250,000. Go and make your album. And you'll be smart. You'll say, do you know what? I'm not going to waste my money. I'm going to build a studio in the basement so that I can record in the basement and I can recoup and give the record company back what they need. Then the record company will interject and say, no, you have to spend your money at this studio. So this studio is $100,000 a month. So you got 2.5 months and all your money's gone. And now you owe the studio, but guess who owns the studio? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. This is a gangster's move. Right, this is like when I was in London, and you'll be, well, not me personally, but you'll be a roadman working for someone, right? All of a sudden you'll get robbed. You go and you tell your boss, all my food's been taken, I don't know what to do. Your boss says to you, well, you're gonna have to work double time as hard to pay off what you owe me now. That man will be in debt to that man for probably his foreseeable career on the road. But he knew who robbed him. He probably sent the person to rob him. This is the same type of situation. I don't advise 360 deals. This is not financial or career advice, but this is just from me looking, where I sit and, an aspiring artist, or once was an aspiring artist. I don't advise 360 deals. I don't advise dealing with the record companies if you don't have to at all, unless you've put yourself in a position that Tom is in. And then I would say, partner with the majors. Then I would say, you have your respect to say, all right, you pay for all of this. I'm keeping all of this, because everyone that deals with major labels doesn't get the raw end of the stick. You need your own legal team. You need your own accountants. You need your own ship. You need your own conglomerate if you're going to deal with these people. And why do it when all the money's coming through you anyway? Just to say I'm sitting at the cool table, because this is what you're going to get. So yeah, man. And also, it's looking like she might not have been telling the truth when it comes to who shot her. And if it comes out that Tory Lanez did not shoot this woman, it is going to be pandemonium. The media are going to have a field day with Megan Thee Stallion. But we'll see what happens. Moving on to the next one, because I've got a couple things that I want to talk about with you lot. And for some reason or not, that one doesn't want to come up. Okay. Yes. Okay. So those of you out there that are interested in making a bit of money, we'll keep this one short because I know a lot of people cannot stand cryptocurrency. I'm a big fan of it, and I do think that it's an opportunity for those that have no money to make a bit of money. So if you look at this picture right here, it is called the Fear and Greed Index. And what that means in short is that this arrow right here is saying that the sentiment of the market is scary. Right. And why is it scary? Well, it's because Bitcoin about 6 months ago was at, no, not even 6 months ago, about 3 months ago was at $60,000. And now it's at 40 and has been as low as 35. So if you are interested in crypto, now more than ever would be the perfect time to start dollar cost averaging. You don't want to take your savings. You don't want to take a credit card out and blow all your money. What you want to do is take a little bit. Got paid? About $100 worth. This is not financial advice, but $100 worth, and hold it. You know what I mean? And then see what happens. That is my crypto advice for the day. Moving on. Let me give you a round of applause. Listen, if you like what we're doing here, right, at Brit and Bando, because we're a little bit different from everyone else, but if you like what we're doing here, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And when you hit that like button, hit the little corner in the button that says all, so that you can always be notified when I drop these bad boys. Also, sponsor the channel, donate to the PayPal, you know what I'm saying? Here, help us keep the lights on here. We love you lot. Show us some love back. All right, so let's go into some videos now. We've done a lot of pictures. Let's go into some videos. Breaking news.
We start with that breaking news coming out of Gwinnett County, where there's a SWAT.
Can you lot hear that?
Greyhound bus. This is all unfolding right on I-85. Let's get straight to 11 Alive's.
Can you lot hear that?
In that area are shut down, really creating a mess out there on 85.
Yes, some of the lanes opened just a few minutes ago, or at least one lane opened northbound on I-85, but police still have the road blocked off for the most part. What you're looking at here is I-85 northbound, and we are...
Okay, so what's going on right here on I-85? I don't know if you lot are from Georgia or not. What's going on right here on I-85 is there seems to be a hostage situation right now as we speak on I-85, or winding down. So if you lot are headed to work or gonna be headed to work, you should be careful on I-85 because you probably won't make it to work. All my nurses out there, find a different route. There is a Greyhound bus that the SWAT team is apprehending on I-85, and I will let you lot know what happened with that at a later date. If you lot want to talk it up, jump in the comment section and let's talk about it. Forgive me because this is a new channel, so I'm getting your comments late. I'm getting your reactions late. As we start to stroll closer to that 1K mark, things will start to roll more in sync, and we can be more of a family, as opposed to me dropping the live, you finding out about the live, and then, you know, watching it at a later date or a later time. Because I really want to find out when is the best time for us all to get together and talk about what the fuck is going on in the world. Because it's crazy.
I'm going to talk to you first. To what? Take the last step. I got you. You need some air?
I mean, I gotta be honest with you.
All right, so this is the gentleman that directed Black Panther, right? And he has been hemmed up because he went to a bank, and because he requires such large amounts when he goes to the bank, he slid the banker a note for the amount. The banker got scared and she called the police. Now, I've got to be real and I've got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? The scariest thing for me, you know what I mean, as a black man when I'm outside, is not beef with the ops. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? The scariest thing for me is this interaction right here. When you get stopped and you buck up with the police and you don't know what's going to happen. And you think to yourself, I've made it to the point where I'm worth millions upon millions upon millions. Maybe I'm different now. And this is a wake up call because you're not different. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, in this country, tis of thee, you know, in mine as well, in London, your value is a little bit less, bro. You know what I'm saying? Are you a less human? No. You know what I'm saying? Black is beautiful. I love being black. I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. But I remember seeing a comedian who plays Denzel Washington. I forget his name, but he does a good Denzel impression. And I remember seeing a man get stopped, and he was like, they got me on the ground and they've stopped me and they've asked me questions, and he was hyperventilating and he was completely anxiety rushed and he couldn't believe what was happening. That's because when you make it to a certain salary cap, some people feel like they're special and they're different. But let's let the video roll on and let's hear how this rolled out. It's a short video. I won't play it all the way out, but let's see how this rolled out.
Y'all have her detained right now? Who? The baby nurse? The Filipino woman on the back seat. Y'all have her detained right now? Yes. She's being detained. All right. Can you, did the officers explain what's going on when we're out here? Not really, man. All right, so we got a call base. I heard somebody ask if I passed or no. Yeah. It's like the 180. So basically, we got a call, and from what we got the call, it seemed like someone was trying to rob the bank. Something about you passing a note to the teller, something to that effect. Can you just tell me what's going on? Or? Here, Rob.
He's hurt, bro. He is hurt. He thought that he was beyond this. He's like, listen, I've made it. I don't have any of these problems anymore. He's hurt, bro. He is hurt.
Every time I make a withdrawal to pay her, you know, because it's a large amount, she writes a lot. Yeah. You know, if I don't write down on a note how much I want out, and then I don't want it ran through the money counter right there at the desk, the whole bank ends up looking at it. Because they just hearing money going through the money through the account. And I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe getting money out like that. So every time I go to withdraw it, you know, I put the amount, the account I want to take and all that. And I put my own.
All right, so that's the gist of what's happened, right? It to me, right? Here's who needs to be fired, right? Whoever runs the bank, right? I'm assuming that when big money comes into the bank, they don't just withdraw money at the till. You would have to have a room or somewhere where you'd have a different conversation where the person could be safe, because there's no way for him to win in this situation. And if the teller doesn't know what's going on, I can't say she's wrong. She's probably sitting at the window, or he's probably sitting at the window. He gets a note for some obscene amount, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he's like, what the fuck is going on here? This must be some kind of stick up. So I don't really know who's at fault here. I can't put the police at fault. I put the bank at fault, because that's who I would have my issues with, and that's who my lawyers would be going to see. Because if I'm a client here, right, and I bring my money and I bring thousands of dollars through on a regular basis, because he says he doesn't like the fact that when he takes out large amounts, the money machine just going and going and going and going and going, and people are watching him, and he's scared for his safety. So he's come and put a note which looks so shady. So yeah, they've hemmed him up. This is the creator of Black Panther. He's hurt. They've hemmed up his babysitter. But I can't say in this situation that, boy, them are wrong, because it looks mad. The people who are at fault are the bank. But it's just a fucked up situation, because it's scary. As I said, to me, that is the scariest thing. You don't know what's going on. Police are looking itchy. You know what I'm saying? I've had guns drawn on me, you know what I'm saying? For no reason. I've done nothing wrong. I'm just walking down the street, you know. It happens. It is a part of being black in America. It happens. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. I hope everything worked out and man ended up safe. But I just wanted to speak on this. I saw it and I said, you know what? Let's have a talk about that, you know. Let's have a Monday morning chat. I don't have my coffee, but I said, fuck it, let's talk about it. Moving on to the next one. On to the next topic.
I just want to say,
this one is another sad
blessing
right?
of my life at this moment.
Fix the sound, and we can talk about this one, because this one is another sad one.
I just want to say,
here we go. This one is about a ball player, right? I forget man's name. You're gonna get that from me a lot. I forget man's name. They're gonna mention it as soon as I turn the sound on now. But this ball player, he was an NBA ball player. I remember him playing with LeBron James, and he lost everything, right? He lost everything, and I thought that it was like a meme that you know, they had pictures of him on the street looking really bad, homeless almost. Wagwan family, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. We do, you know, usually when we do recorded shows, we do reactions and we talk about your favorite artists. But if you want to interrupt this show and you want to do a live reaction, you can donate to Mr. Dope Williams. You see my name in the corner there, and we can shut it down. We're not going to disrupt the show for any donations under 20, but feel free and we'll make that segment your show. But yeah, as I was saying, this ball player was in the NBA. I believe he played for the Cavs, might have even been on a championship team, and he has nothing now. So I am shit with names. The owner of the Dallas Mavericks found out about his situation and asked him if he wanted to audition for the Big Three. So let's see what happened.
This is the biggest lesson of my life at this moment. Or, you know, all we have is this moment. You know, our next, all we have is this present moment, and this is my gift from God, and He has prepared me. You know, thank God, friends and family, and me.
All right, let's run that back.
I just want to say, this is the biggest blessing of my life at this moment. For, you know, all we have is this moment. You know, our next, all we have is this present moment, and this is my gift from God, and He has prepared me. You know, thank God, friends and family, and the league, and the Big Three, and, you know, definitely Mr. Cuban, Mark Cuban, and
yeah, Mark Cuban
Players Association, and Jason Williams and the Rebound family down in Florida. You know, I thought I was ready to give up on myself, not on anyone else, but, you know, I learned that you know, sometimes God removes things from you, you know, to show you what you have and, you know, who you are. And
this is so sad, man, because as you're watching, it's really an eye-opener, you know, that no matter how high up you go, if you don't prepare yourself, it can be a pretty quick and mean fall to the bottom, because you can imagine what kind of lifestyle this guy's lived. This guy is, I believe this guy's an NBA champion, you know what I mean? And now he's like, you know, I want to thank people for giving me the opportunity to try out for like a Big Three or something. I hope that he takes his money and he invests it, because listening to him talk, he don't sound the smartest. And that's probably how he ended up in this situation. So hopefully, man, don't make the same mistake. Maybe he can buy a couple of houses, rent them out, and just find himself in a better position, because we as a people, and that's all of us, don't worry about color. Because the real issue is classism. The real war is on the poor, mate. You know what I'm saying? We as a people are about to go through some hard times. So this is a big blessing for my man. And I hope he takes advantage of it. Let's listen to what else he's got to say before we lock off and get into the next subject.
going to the rebound facility, I was in church every Sunday. Something I didn't do the whole time I was in the NBA. And a Bible study with Curtis Martin. And, you know, it's prepared me for this present moment. And this is my gift. I can't wait. I had a great time with the young fellas out here. You know,
good morning, brother. Good morning, family.
Where to go and show what I can do.
Yeah, man. So he actually made the team. So that's super dope. And we'll see what happens, man. From now, I mean, that's really the best. That's really the blessing. You know, he was out here praying because he'd lost everything. And now he's been given an opportunity to make something and trying to help take care of his family. There was one more vid that I wanted to watch with you lot. Oh my gosh, it's this guy right here. This man is the scariest man for me. Oh my gosh, like President Biden, when he gets in front of a microphone, he is scary. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't think he knows what he's going to say. And just the matter-of-factness of the things he said. Like I and this is word for word verbatim. This sounds crazy what I'm going to say, but I can remember an incident where there was a hurricane happening somewhere in the south, and the people are saying, well, President Biden, how do we prepare for this? How do we prepare for this? We just don't know what to do. Everyone's buying up all the food, and the gas is going to outrageous prices, and we just don't know what to do in order to fix this situation. Feel free to join in the conversation. Talk to me. I want to hear your opinion. And you know what he says? He says, you guys need to make sure you get vaccinated. You know, if there's a hurricane coming, just go and make sure you get vaccinated. So it's always a matters to hear what President Biden has to say, but let's see what he's got to say.
Every 3 or 4 generations. As one of them, as one of the top military people said to me in a secure meeting the other day, 60 million people died between 1900 and 1946. And since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order, and we've got to lead it. We've got to unite.
Did you just hear what the fuck he just said? Oh, Uncle Joe, what the fuck, bro? People didn't know about old world order, bro. What do you mean there's a new world order? What do you mean? And that's what I mean about so comfortably saying stuff. What do you mean there's a new world order and we've got to be at the top of it? So basically what you're telling me is Putin could be at the top of the new world order, or Kim Jong-un could be at the top of the new world order. You've given me no assurities. You've given me no comfortability in the fact that we're okay in this situation, bro. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't support Trump. I never was like, vote for Trump, let's go Republicans. But I can assure you, there would be more assertiveness from Donald Trump. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's happening. I feel no safer. Oh my goodness. Listen, gang, Famalam, this is the third live. This is our third time doing this. And as I said, we're going to try and rock out. We're going to do mornings and we're going to do nights. I think 9:30 is a good time. This morning, actually, we came a bit later than 9:30. And here's why we came a bit later than 9:30. I feel like I didn't say this already. Maybe I did. I'm just in fucking record mode. But I had a phone call from a friend of mine who's an inmate now. He's got locked up, right? And I do feel like this is relative, because I feel like the way that prices are changing with everything, there are going to be a lot of people that are prepared to risk their freedom for shelter and to live, you know what I'm saying, and to eat. So, you know, he ain't here. He's gone through it. But he was inspired by what's happened on the show, and he was asking me some questions about what I was doing. And I was telling him we made it to 600 subs. And I was telling him, you lot are loving what we're doing. And he wanted to shout out the family, and he wanted to show love to the Bando. So I'll probably put that conversation up there, and it will be a part of the segment to just to show love to all my Bando listeners that are behind bars. Right? Come home soon. Keep your head safe, except for pedophiles and rapists. You lot can burn in hell. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Large up my family that's behind the wall. All right, this is your guy, Butters Beauty. This is the third live that we have done. We are going to make these longer. You know why? Because we are going to talk more, right? We're going to hit up that like button more. We're going to share this stream more. We're going to chop it up more. I want to know how you lot feel about these subjects. But until you lot are ready to let me know how you feel about these subjects, you're going to bloody well hear how I feel about these subjects. I am your guy, Butters Beauty, the man with the face that only a mother can love, the man with the face that is beautiful enough for radio. I love all of you that locked into the session. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, share this. We'll have a lot more. We will be back tonight. I will leave a stamp in the community section so you lot know exactly what time, but more than likely we're going to be back here at 6 o'clock with more news in between. Then I'll be dropping more content for you guys. I'm your guy, Butters Beauty. I'm out.